Hey guys, welcome to Not So Random Chat, the nighttime live stream where we talk about whatever we want to. So, settle in and grab your libation. It could be your wine or tea or coffee or whatever you want to drink. And let's just sit back and chill. I'll be with you in a moment. Are you guys ready? Okay, well, so am I. So let's get into it. Here I come. Hola, from the West Side. Happy Friday. Feliz Viernes. So tonight, I'm back, and I am simulcasting on DC the Purple Diva, and also on the Purple Diva Den. So I'm kind of combining the aesthetics of the two. So let me come on camera, which is something I don't normally do on the Purple Diva Den because I'm usually doing poetry, so trying to keep it on the spoken word over there and not on me. But yeah, let's come on camera because that's what we do over here in Not So Random Chat, which is being simulcast on both. So hold on 1 second. So it is Friday, y'all, and I am drinking some coffee. Take my spoon out of it. Put it on a saucer. And I know I've been gone. I've been kind of out of pocket. It's a lot been going on um, in real life. I was dealing with some things in regards to my son and autism life. And then I also had 2 deaths that occurred this week. One back home, and one was a friend at my church. Let me get myself together here. Get myself together here. So, you know, that kind of had me down. You know, now the friend at church is an older woman. Was an older woman, definitely on fire for the Lord. I mean, definitely on fire. And she was suffering from dementia, and was um in one of those, the the I guess nursing homes with care. And I was thankful that some of us had been out there to visit her. I'm so thankful that we had been out there to visit her. I'm really, really, really definitely gonna miss her though. And then the other person was someone who was in my age range. My boyfriend from high school, his sister, who was my best friend's sister-in-law, because in high school we dated brothers, and she married the one that she was dating. You guys, those who follow me, y'all know that I talk about my best friend who has 6 kids. She's barely on social media, but she and I talked. We had a nice long talk earlier this week, in regards to things, and that, just the stresses of life are going on, y'all. And I just was not feeling motivated to come live because of stuff that I was dealing with in real life, and I just didn't come live. I'm just gonna be honest. That's just how it was. But it wasn't an intentional break, but I guess I need a few days off, so I did. But we're back. I do have content that I am working on for you guys. It's been a lot going on. A lot been going on in these YouTube streets. We had juicification that happened, where over in the quote unquote beef sector, where also we had the Treaty and MU-cation also during that same time. And then Tom Bradley and Club Jack decided to also be on that same cruise. So it's been the talk of the town of folks going on a cruise. Now, let me just say, Carnival is not my favorite. Not my favorite cruise line. Okay, not my favorite cruise line at all. I think the last time I went on a Carnival cruise, I think something made me sick. Food crap. It's now if you want to go on cruise with kids, Carnival is the place to go because it's the least expensive, quote unquote. But if you want to go on a cruise with adults, I would suggest a different cruise line. Spend a little bit more money. Maybe it would take a little longer to come up with it, but it'd be worth it. But for a beginner cruise, that was a cool one. And it was only 3 days. It was only a 3-day cruise. So, people who haven't been on a boat, that's a good test of whether you can get out on that boat. Because in my experience, there are people who are going to feel the boat moving, and there are people who are not going to feel the boat moving. I felt the freaking boat moving when I was on a cruise, and it takes you a minute to get your land legs back, depending on how long you were on the ship, because it'll still feel like you're moving for a minute. For some people it's like a couple of days that it takes before it doesn't feel like it's moving after they've gotten off the ship. But
I heard it was a good time had by all. Um, Nobody was on there cutting up because there wasn't nobody trying to go to the clinker on the ship and then end up being put out at a port that's not in the United States. Even even an economical cruise still costs some money. Hey, Shell. I know everybody decided to be live tonight. I know. And I haven't been live since I think I haven't been live in like 2 weeks. So I had to come live. I haven't been live in yeah, my otherwise my YouTube check is gonna just be trash. And the last 3 lives that I did, because of my content matter, because of what I was talking about, they limited my monetization on those. So I gotta be careful what I say. I do not like seeing yellow. I only like seeing green. But yeah, I see that there's a bunch of folk live, but this was scheduled earlier today, and I'm doing my daggone live because I'm on 2 different channels right now. I'm trying to put some action and get my poetry channel back into the algorithm, which I'm also simulcasting on because I'm going to be one of the contestants in Jill's poetry contest. Obviously, no one will know which one I am until I guess we actually do it, and people say who they are. They come on screen. I'm not sure if I'm going to come on screen to do my poem, or if I'm going to be off screen and just behind my avatar, but it'll still be my avatar. Hey, Terry. I know. I don't know. I gotta go look and see what was I freaking talking about in those lives. I don't think I was talking about anything that was that. I don't think I was talking about anything, but I don't know. I might have been talking about. That probably was when I was talking about what was going on between Couture Bay and Maddie. So that's probably why they. Never mind. Because you say something about community, and sometimes they hate on you. So we're okay. We're good. But I'm gonna go check and see what is not suitable. And see if I can get him back green. Because I don't do controversy. Now I know if I get on here and I start cussing up a storm, which I've done on a couple of times, they're gonna knock it out. Thank you. It's on October the 29th, and I believe the time is going to be like at 7 o'clock Eastern time, which is 4 my time. And October the 29th is my son's birthday, y'all. My son is turning 28. He's a Scorpio, y'all. He's an October Scorpio, y'all. Yeah, girl. And I'm sure, anybody was talking about that, I'm sure it was Sister Maddie and her folk that was going around here. So I'm probably gonna have to go fight that one, go see what the heck I said. But I was real careful because I only use X and XY chromosome. I keep it in biology. I stay with the biology because that's just the easiest way to be, especially when it's not everybody. When the issue was between 2 people, But I ride with Couture, Bay, and I ride with Jovi. So it was it was an interesting it was interesting because I saw the chat and I saw Maddie jump down into her chat. So it was just like, oh, Maddie, what you doing? But it was interesting. But, we've moved on. We've moved on. Hey, Red Wings. So, as I was saying, part of the reason why I wasn't here this week, it was I was dealing with a couple of deaths in real life and things in real life. And then the other thing is that last week I had a meeting with Social Security in regards to my son. Now, this is not the initial case. The initial case, y'all, let me take a drink of my coffee before I get into that. The initial case from 2022, from 2021 to 2022, I'm still waiting for that to go to judicial review. I filed for a judicial review in October of last year. You know what I was told? Now, at the time, I was told that it's about 6 months. 6 months has come and gone, y'all. We are now working on 12 months. And those people are sending me invoices for that money, and they know it's going to judicial review. They know they're not going to get any money from my son. For overpayment, it's not happening. But I was told that it's going to take at least a year. I'm just now hitting the year. And they said probably closer to 18 months. So that means we're waiting until next year to get that freaking thing resolved. But there's a silver lining. There's a silver lining. Because I was so pissed off that I could not be calm on that call. I was in freaking tears. I was in tears. I wanted to cuss out Social Security, but I couldn't. But I was able to get them to lift the current impulsion that they've been putting on my son and give him his freaking money back on a go-forward basis. So he's got his money coming back effective in November, which means the money that is going to come this month will be a full freaking check. He's going to get his full gross amount. No deduction. And hopefully that will put him in a better place, because I'm hoping by then we will have he'll be on food stamp. So he'll have, I guess, a couple $100 for him to get food. Hopefully it's like $300 or $400. That would be great, because that's how expensive food is in freaking California. And then I also got them to send me something so that I can get some of. She waived a bunch of it, and then I have to file a form to get the other 3 months of this 12 months of that overpayment waived, so that this case is now closed. But I'm still dealing with the first freaking case. Do you hear what I'm saying? So I'm going to do some videos, a video or two, about how to maneuver Social Security and what you can and can't do if you have a disabled adult who's fully disabled, not either physically or developmentally, as with my son, so that they don't penalize them. Like there's a maximum that can be in their bank account. They can't have certain things in their name. Like I'm going to put life insurance on him, but it can't. He can be the person on the life insurance policy, but he can't be the one paying for the life the life insurance, and he can't be the beneficiary of the policy of a life insurance policy. Other than like I think like my work one is the only one that he can be beneficiary to. And then the little teeny little policy that I have over here, just because. You know. So there's, just to tell people so that, and this is even if you are working with someone who, it doesn't even have to be your child. This is if you have someone who is in your custody that is an adult with a developmental disability, because there's a lot of them out there. My son isn't the only one, and even high functioning autistic people, a lot of them still live at home. And are either unemployed or underemployed. So that was part of what I was dealing with. And, and I'm also trying to work on getting my insurance license, so I'm studying for the insurance license, but they made some changes, and whatever the changes were affected the work that I had done in my study, in my hours. Basically wiped out all my hours. And in California, for life insurance, you need 32 hours. Hours is probably the most hours. Just like I think for real estate, California and I think New York has special stuff going on there too. So the hours that I had already done, and thank God it was only like it wasn't like half of them, but I had done like a third. I had done like about 10 hours. Done. I got to do those 10 hours over. So I started doing the hours that I had done over again this week. So another reason why I'm like, do I go live? Do I study for my insurance license? Yeah, let me get these hours in, so I can get them in before the end of the month. Hold on one second, y'all. Okay, I'm going to go off camera for 1 second. I'll be right back. And I'm going to mute myself. right, y'all, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. All right, I had to go get me some more coffee. Sorry, y'all. And I'm not putting like full cups in here because y'all, I'm drinking like Bustelo. And if you guys know anything about Bustelo, it's a Latin coffee. Puerto Ricans, Cubans drink it. This stuff is like rocket freaking fuel. And we don't do we don't do that. Oh, hey, Couture. Yes, Couture is, yes, she's one of my mods. I don't even know which channel you guys are on. I know y'all are jumping through. Oh, some of y'all are on the Purple Diva Den. Thank y'all for going on both of my channels. I appreciate that because I'm trying to get watch hours over there on my little teeny spoken word channel. I'm hoping that by participating in the poetry contest, which the theme is harvest, that will, get people to come visit me on the Purple Diva Den and on DC the Purple Diva on both channels. That's what I'm hoping. Because there's a lot of people who do like poetry, who do like spoken word, and I do both. I do both. And I do them in English, and I think I have one poem that I put up that is in Espanol. I plan on doing more poems in Spanish as my Spanish gets better. As it gets better. Right now, I know maybe 2,000 words with no problem in Espanol, and I know most of the words. Here's my issue in Spanish, y'all, is when we're dealing with past tense and remembering the words, because like you have fui and eras, which is was, but it's two different words for the same word, and knowing when to use fui and when to use era when speaking in the first person. So yeah, and it's the same thing for for every other person. So, but I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning. Oh yeah. Yeah. Couture Bay and I is one of my mods, and I'm a member on her channel, and she's also a mod over on where I came from, which is, I guess, the celebrity gossip sector over on Jovi Beauty's channel. But yeah, but I'm sure that it was my conversations in regards to that got me limited on two of those lives. On two of those lives. The other one, I think it was because I was talking about someone being, not here anymore. and what happened. So I'm probably not going to fight that one because I already okay, whatever on that. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, S. Hutchinson is one of my fellow DMV folks, Couture Bay, and for a minute, when I originally was following Couture Bay, she was in the DMV area. She's no longer in that part of the country, but she was in that part of the country at one point. So she's well familiar with the DMV. My coffee's coming. So you guys, like I was saying, on the juicycation, to me, it just seemed I heard nothing but people had a good time. And that's what I expect. That's what you expect with adults. Okay, yeah, there was a little petty with, Tom Bradley coming on the trip. And we know that there was plenty of people who knew about it way in advance, but it wasn't their story to tell. However, Cruiser Girl, I'm giving you the side eye. Let me just say this. And this is not me even tooting my own horn, but why the heck am I like about the only autism mom on this whole freaking in this whole part of YouTube that's not out here doing some ish at some point or another? Like the F going on. When we grown, but why we gotta be why has it gotta be folk who say who when we say that we're Christians and that we're in the church, that we out here being messy and doing just tomfoolery? That it's just like, but then again, now I have to say now the church sector, which is another part of YouTube that I was in before I was, a content creator, is just as shady. But when you on here saying that you serving the Lord, and then everything that you're doing is some other stuff, it just makes people look at you crazy. And then this is what you do, Cruiser. Like your name is Cruiser. I mean, it was cruising when I first met you. That was before there was a beef sector. That was when everybody was trying to get their 1,000. Never mind. That was a long time ago. When people was trying to get their 1,000. Hey, Vivian. Thank you guys for coming and supporting. I so appreciate. Yes, a Friday night. But Cruiser, that's in your name, and you talk about how you organize all these cruises and everything. But so it just makes that kind of shady. And I don't believe you just found out about it. I think you knew for quite some time. I don't care what Sean says. I don't care what he says. I think you knew for a long time. And although there are no friends on YouTube, which I agree, I told y'all nobody's your friend on YouTube, it still would have been a common courtesy, since, I don't know, you were supposedly over there helping or whatever it is you were doing with Jay Wilson, and it just would have been nice to give a heads up. But you didn't have to. But it would have been it would have been the godly thing to do. How about that? It'd have been the godly thing to do. But I'm just an old woman over here making an observation. That's it. But yeah, I'm giving you the side eye for that one, girl. You getting the side eye. You know. Now, for the most part, I try to support all the autism moms. And I'm not pulling my subscription from your channel, girl. But come on now. That was some shady stuff. Admit it. That's all I'm saying. You could have handled that differently. You could have handled that differently, ma'am. That's all. That's all. That's it. That's all. But I am glad that we didn't see everything that was on the cruise. I appreciate that we didn't see everything that was on the cruise, because that means that people were respecters of privacy and that people were adulting. I'm just saying. That's what you guys are saying. I'm just saying that, and by that happening on this cruise, then there may be people who were hesitant because they thought that there was going to be cameras in their face the entire time that they were on there, and that instead of it just being like a cruise with people that or that you were meeting that you only knew from the internet for the most part, people were actually able to enjoy their vacation because as I said, even the cheap room, it's still a pretty penny. But if you're trying to put together a small group, I think starting with Carnival is probably the best, because I think as far as groups and things like that, they're good at doing that stuff now. But I'm sure that you could do the same things on some of the other cruise lines as well. Try out different ones till see, because Carnival I think Carnival like bought Princess Cruises out, and that's what gave Carnival Cruises a bigger presence here on the West Coast, because they they going out of Long Beach, California, then they're going out of the Bay Area as well. So yeah, but as I said, and this is my opinion, the food on Carnival Cruises is trash. I know. I got sick off of it. So, it wasn't the food in the dining room, like when it's like some of that food that was hanging out in one of the like the pizza, the fish sticks, or some, one of them stations that was somewhere on a deck that I knew I shouldn't have been eating the food from anyway. had my stomach doing the heebie-jeebies. And I knew it was the food because everybody who ate that food from that specific spot, we all got sick. It was the food. And then I was really feeling the boat. Then I was really feeling the movement. Yeah. So, yeah. But I didn't pay for that trip. That was a company sales crew. And since I didn't pay for the trip, since I didn't pay for it, I went, I didn't have to come out of my pocket. But if it was my choice, we would have found another one. Now, I did go on another Carnival cruise that was with my church. And the food was still trash that time, but because of the first time, I knew what food not to go anywhere near. And I kept my son and my late mother, who was also on that cruise, away from that food, so none of us got sick that time. And what I will say is that at the time that we went on that particular cruise, my son was like younger, but when we were on that boat, it really calmed him. He was really calm. It calmed, like being on the water. He loves the water, and being on the water really calmed him. I wish he knew how to swim. We did try. I did try to get him swim lessons, and it was an ordeal, a huge meltdown, and I haven't tried since. But maybe next summer I'll be able to find some that helps adults on the spectrum. Because when we tried to get him to learn, he was an adult. He was still a teen, and I wanted him to know how to swim. So we gotta figure out a way, because I know how to swim, but I can't teach him how to swim. Because he isn't going to learn how to swim the way I learned how to swim, which was, I did go to the Y, but I already knew how to swim when I went to the Y, because I had already been thrown into the water and figured out how to freaking swim, so I didn't drown. And, then I went to the Y and learned how to tread water. So I knew how to tread water from that point. And I know how to, do all the other stuff that I didn't know how to do. So I know how to do everything. Can't stand the breaststroke. Can't stand the breaststroke. Don't like that at all. Yeah. Don't like that one at all. But I heard nothing but good things. Everyone who went on that cruise seemed to have a great time. And a lot of the people who did not go on the cruise that were in the area or in Florida came down so that they could meet those that were going on the cruise. I just, I think that at some point, other than when YouTube has their convention God knows when that's going to happen again. When was the last time we had a YouTube convention? Before I was monetized. That part, okay? We haven't had one since before before the panorama. The last time we had one was 2019, I think. We didn't have one in 2020, and we all know why. Um, I don't think one happened in 2021. 2022 came and went. Definitely didn't have. Now there was like little pop-up things here and there, but not an official like Anaheim date. So I don't know. Maybe in 2024 they'll have that again, and then those of us who are content creators can meet at that, and then especially for those of us who are out here on the West Coast. But we'll see. But I think that because this went well, people will not be as apprehensive about going to meetups, and maybe there can be more of these types of events, especially since this one actually happened. Because y'all, does anybody know if Dobie Casey ever really happened? Does anybody know? I'm just saying, child. And she be going around here acting like she's this old woman. Let me just tell y'all, I am way older. I'm way older than her. Okay? And I'm not gonna get on here and say I'm an old woman. When I say it, I'm joking. Because I know my age is old. To most younger people, I'm 60, almost 61. But I don't look like I am. I'm in my right freaking mind. Okay? I'm in my right freaking mind. I'm in, thank you God, good health. And I hope that I stay that way, because I'm the only one of my siblings who is not either, pre-hypertension or actually has some type of hypertension with high blood pressure. They're younger than me. But, and trust me, my blood pressure goes up sometimes. I'm just dealing with a whole lot of stress. And, but for the most part, it stays on an even keel, because we're always keeping track of it to make sure that we don't suddenly get. But I'm not on any meds for anything other than occasionally I have to take migraine medicine for the sinus migraines that are probably worse, in my opinion, than other migraines, because a sinus migraine makes you want to rip your eyes out. I'm just telling you, it makes you want to rip them out, because it's like when I have a sinus migraine, my eyes are like little slits, and I have to make it dark. I have to put on sunglasses if I'm trying to work. Yeah, it gets crazy. So I think I did a live once when I had a sinus migraine, and I think I stayed off camera and came on camera just so y'all could see that with my eyes so shaved. I think I did that. But it's been an interesting week since people got back on land. I'm glad to see that everyone had a good time on it. It's crazy that other folks were trying to shade the cruise, trying to shade the whole situation. And I don't know why. It's like, let people live their life. And let me just say this about Tracy and her antics. Tracy was doing Tracy. Tracy was having fun. Tracy is not married. She ain't nobody's mother. She can do what the F she wants to do. Who she hurting? Why y'all mad? Like, y'all mad because she wanted to wear her bathing suits and she has confidence and she don't care what y'all think about what her body looks like? There are a lot of women who are like that. You know, I certainly don't give a F what y'all think. I don't. Because in my mind, y'all wish that you had a body that looked like this and were 60. That part. So, anybody got to say anything about moi is a hater. But would I put my behind in the water in them pools on a Carnival cruise? I don't think so. I will tell you, when I was on a Carnival cruise, I didn't do that. Joe didn't. The only cruise that I did get in a hot tub on was the WHUR Jazz Cruise, and it was not on Carnival. It was not on Carnival. So, yeah, that's it. That's all. But I don't think I would get in the water. But I certainly would come out and be on a deck with my freaking two-piece bathing suit on, with my flat ass stomach and my little booty, and don't give a F who has a problem with it. Cause my man ain't complaining. I am. But that's me. You know. And I will honestly say that probably when I was a younger woman, like in my 20s, I was not as comfortable and as confident. But let me just say this: if you have reached the age of 50, I would say even if you have reached the age of 40, you by that point you should be confident in whatever God has given you, and know, yeah. Because by the time I hit 40, I was good, and wasn't nobody gonna tell me nothing. That's where I was, and I'm 60 now. Can't nobody tell me nothing. That's how I feel. Can't nobody love you more than you love you. And nobody else can have the confidence if you don't have it. She has a lot of confidence. She don't give a F what y'all say. And her confidence exudes, because from what I heard, people were drawn to her because of her personality, because of what you see on YouTube is the same person that people met. She is who she is. That's who she is. Isn't that, it's like, why are women always talking about other women's bodies? That's what I don't, why are we always doing that? And why are the people who are talking about other people's bodies, you know, they ain't no tens. You got flaws. Your body not perfect. So how you talking and hating on hers? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Do you, girl? Do you? Tell y'all, when we get to a certain age, most definitely by the age of 50, most women, we don't give a damn what you think. And that's probably where, that's definitely where she is. She didn't care. She was doing her. I'm like, I don't even understand. If you watch PC's channel, what y'all seen her in the pool all freaking summer at her house in her complex. So why would it be different when she was on the ship? Nah, I'm not doing no pool on the ship. Not on no carnival freaking cruise. No, not. No. No. Yeah. No. I'd rather go to Cancun and go in the blue water in the Gulf of Mexico in Cancun. I'll get in that water. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But no. It's just too many germs. I don't care how much chlorine they put in that water on that cruise ship. No. No. That's like the public pool to me. That's like the public pool to me. It y'all remember when we were kids, the public pool? That everybody was peeing in the water. And now they have that stuff that if they do, it turns the water a certain color so everybody knows. No. Mm-mm. I'm good. Mm-mm. But she had a good time. Everybody had a good time. Everybody came back and life is going on. And people have been eating off of talking about this great cruise. It wasn't a disaster. Nothing threw it off. Everybody had a great time. All of the little shady pictures that people were taking, man, y'all ain't got nothing better to do. Taking pictures of people's feet. What? Taking pictures of Tracy in a bikini and then comparing it to a picture of you. Why are you comparing you to Tracy? I'm just wondering, but okay. I've said enough on this. I've been on here for an hour on both of my channels. I appreciate all of you guys for coming through. As I said, I do have some material coming out. I have a couple of videos that are going to be highlighting some of the national months that this is. The first one that's going to be coming up is going to be dealing with National ADHD Month, which October is. That one should be out this weekend because I've just been working on my voiceover work on that one. And then I'm also going to be putting out one in regards to, hold on, because I got my list. Hold on, y'all. What's my other one? I know I'm an old woman. Where did I do it? Oh, here it is. Down Syndrome Awareness Month. Going to be dealing with FIDS, Physical Therapy Month. So I've got a few that are coming for this. Oh, and we are still, for a few more days, it is Hispanic Heritage Month, which started on the 15th, around the 15th of September, and it goes up until the 15th of October. So this is the second Hispanic Heritage Month. Because remember, March is also Hispanic Heritage Month, as well as Women's History Month. So, and then this is one that goes from the 15th of September to the 15th of October. So I got some stuff that I'm going to be putting out, and then I'm also going to be putting out videos just in regard to certain things that can be things that people need to be aware of when dealing with Social Security, and making sure that people who you are the payee for, if you're the payee for someone, like I am the payee for my son, that their money is right. And making sure that they don't find any reason to try to take some of their money. Yeah. So anyway, you guys, I am going to get out of here. And like I said, we mixed up, like, this is the music that I normally play on my Purple Diva Den. That's the background behind me, not the purple behind me, but the background is for the Purple Diva Den when we're doing the spoken word. Look for some spoken words this weekend on the Purple Diva Den. So I'm going to be putting out some content on both channels. I will see you guys. Let me get my outro. We're going to keep it with the outro for Not So Random Chat. I'll see you guys. Peace and blessings from the West Side. I will see you guys soon. Peace. Bye, you guys.
Well, guys, that's it for tonight's Not So Random Chat. But I'll see you guys the next time. Until then, peace and blessings from the West Side. I'm out. Peace.